Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Shad, back here on some more Modern Warfare 2, as you know. Currently Christmas Eve. Happy holidays to anyone that's celebrating around this time or celebrated recently or anything. Hope everyone's safe, having a good time. It was in the negatives last night. Wind is like crazy. The wind chill at the moment is still in the negative. And I'm gonna be traveling today, so you guys will see this. It's not gonna be any different, but yeah, I'm gonna be traveling. Got like 20 layers of clothing I'm gonna be able to go through. So I'm gonna hang out with some family, see some people, watch some football. So from the title of this video, much like that whole horrible experience of trying to get 1,000 kills, not all of the launchers, but just one launcher in particular, the Joker. 1,000 kills with that was an awful challenge, and I knew that the next worst thing, if not maybe potentially even worse, and by my experience, I'll say that this is probably the worst one. 1,000 kills with the Riot Shield. We are almost complete. As you can see, I am only 6 kills away from unlocking final mastery for it, and then we will end up unlocking the Riot Shield weapon charm. And we'll be done with this, never have to use it again, and then we just move on to the knife. So I'm just gonna join a game, get the 6 kills or whatever. Hopefully the lobby isn't gonna be too bad. I should get 6 kills regardless. I unlocked Orion within, I think, 18 days or something like that, like 2.5 weeks or so. And I wasn't even grinding that crazy hard. Oh man, there's streaks everywhere. That doesn't sound good. All right, 5 more. 4 more. 3 more. I don't care if I die, I'm just gonna finish. I'm just gonna use the knife next because I think that my skill base will stay generally around the same thing. I don't want to like sit there and try to bring my skill base down as I stomp some lobbies out with subs. Last one. Did I get it? Yeah, okay, I'm pretty sure the worst is over. Now I can just like knife and shit, which I'm definitely not doing in this lobby though. See ya. All right, so now we go over to the Riot Wait, yeah, okay, I forgot. You also, just like the launchers, you can't actually put a charm on the Riot Shield. I understand the same way that there isn't really like an inspect either, or like a good way to even look at the shield. Then again, try to imagine, like, what would a Riot Shield inspect even look like? Hold it up in front of themselves and like push it away from themselves like this and like look it up and down or something? I don't know. I'm trying to think, because I imagine that they probably thought that, oh, maybe the player wants to see the front of the shield, so they would have to turn it around. But then they would realize that like in third person, that probably looks absolutely awful. So then people will be like walking around doing the inspect and their Riot Shields will be spinning around. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, you can't really put a thing on here, which is kind of silly. Now, the sillier thing is the fact that you can't put it on the launchers, though, because the launchers, it absolutely makes sense where you can just hang it off of any part of this thing. The Riot Shield, I understand. This, I don't at all. Even the knife, I feel like you could put like a little keychain thing on it, little charm on there anyway, you know, like right where that little notch is or some shit. I don't know. Who cares? Just let me do it. Who cares? But just to show that it's actually there, weapon charm. I think we currently have like 12 or 13 weapon charms or something. There's the Joker one. Riot Shield, Modern Warfare 2, Mastery 51 of 51. At the moment, my DLC weapons are bugged because I finished Orion before the season reloaded and all that stuff came out. Anyone that had Orion before that is bugged in kind of a slightly different way. A lot of people's DLC weapons aren't bugged, but some people's are, so. And like other weapons just aren't. It's strange. But we got the Riot Shield, and that is absolutely disgusting. One way to show everybody, though, that we're losers, you can change our emblem over to the Riot Shield emblem. Boom. So now we have a Riot Shield Mastery Orion emblem with the Joker emblem. Absolute loser. Yeah, some people were like, dude, you're definitely not going to go for the 100% mastery thing. Definitely not going to go and do all the Warzone and DMZ stuff. And you might be right. That's true. Maybe, though, with whatever's happening with Modern Warfare 2 Year 2, whatever that's supposed to be, the rumors are kind of all over the place. Some people were saying that it's just like a massive update, that is just like an update to the game. It's going to add this stuff, or it's going to be throughout the seasons or whatever throughout that year, or it could be a thing where we're going to try to like market it as a separate game, but it's still the same game. Very, very weird. If I have 2 years, why not just do everything that I possibly can? Instead of sitting there like being angry and like torturing myself with like game modes that I don't give a single shit about, why don't I just go like full disgustingly deep into it? Since I'm doing it at my own pace, it's not nearly as intimidating. 2-year time frame and all that stuff as well, if that really is the amount of time that we're gonna have. It's been the rumor the entire time. He did say that there was gonna be some premium title in 2023, so I don't know. They use some very particular language that could be, you know, misconstrued in certain ways, so I ended up getting the 1,000 kills with the Riot Shield after they made the changes. The Riot Shield used to be 2 hits and then they changed it to 3 hits. I figured there was never going to be another time unless they managed to actually nerf it again or something, so I just decided to do it. I really do wish I had done it sooner, but doing it without shipment and everything, it's not all bad. Lobbies are definitely easier if you don't do too well anyway. I generally got like maybe 20 kills or so per game with Riot Shield and stuff, which is good progress, but it's a lot of games and some of the lobbies are just not forgiving at all. all, but I stay in them and I take the loss on the chin, and the next game, always super, super easy. Admittedly, in those games that I knew were a little bit too difficult and I knew I wasn't gonna make a lot of progress on, I would actively try to do certain, like, little other challenges, like lethal kills, and kind of just play even a little bit more stupid so the game ends faster, just so the next game is easier. Oh, also, recently I started playing some Dark and Darker. It's only gonna be lasting like a couple more days for this playtest. I have no idea when they're gonna do like another playtest or how often these things happen. This is my first time. I don't really know that much about it, but obviously, people will ask what class I'm playing. Obviously, Wizard. Doesn't matter what happens, buffs, nerfs, changes, whatever, it's Wizard only. Period. Never anything else. The full fantasy is just to be a solo wizard monster. 1v3, it doesn't matter. Tried playing with JT and we generally got our asses beat. I've never even used a portal yet to successfully get out. I have died in basically every way I could. I got a couple kills. I killed a couple people with like a, you know, giant fireball or something. If you don't know what Dark and Darker is, it's basically like Magic, Fantasy, Tarkov, Battle Royale, Looter, PvPvE, Dungeon Crawler. It's a lot of words. Basically, it's like Tarkov with swords, magic. There's kind of like a market and a value to everything, and you'll lose your gear and stuff like that. It's not as unforgiving as Tarkov. It's a little bit more friendly, at least in its current form, but I actually really enjoy it. I've always been a fan of more of this kind of style of games in general as well. Obviously, you guys see me just spamming Call of Duty and stuff. You would think that I would want to play Tarkov or something, but honestly, I actually enjoy like the fantasy side of shit a lot more. As like a video game player, I genuinely enjoy like the fantasy shit. That's why I love making all that Elden Ring shit too. I played a lot of Call of Duty, but I don't give a single shit about like military or guns or all of that shit. I don't care. Not so much I don't care, but I don't have like a major interest in it. Ever since I was a kid, magic and shit has been like insane to me. Dude, I don't care how bad chest that shit sounds. I've always just wanted to be able to like just shoot a fucking fireball out of my hands. Or like I remember when I was younger and I was watching shit in my room, I would sit there and scream and flex my muscles as hard as I possibly could, thinking that somehow that would make me physically stronger, like I was in Dragon Ball or something. I remember watching a bunch of Yu Yu Hakusho, and I thought if I concentrated hard enough, I could do a spirit gun. I genuinely believed that shit, and it added so much like wonder and joy to everything that whenever I see it in games, I gotta hang on to it. It is what it is. I'm never letting that part of myself die. So we go full-blown Giga Brain Wizard, and I still managed to go negative. Beautiful. I got 51 confirms. Is the knife done? One more, you're joking, so I'm gonna have to back out of this. Unless I change this over to the platinum knife on this class. There we go. I think there's a challenge for the throwing knife, so that's why I have the throwing knife on. So I use this class with the golden knife really quick. Get one kill, then we swap over to this class. Same class, just a different camo. If this lobby's good. If they're immediately... Oh.
Well,
I'm so happy I didn't leave. Okay, well, I'm switching now. Platinum knife time. I hope the Eagles win today, but to be honest, it doesn't really matter if the Eagles win. To be honest with you, the Eagles could lose the rest of the games for the rest of the season, not have first seed, all this other shit. I don't care. They already made the playoffs. It is what it is. I think they can win without Jalen as well. Literally, like any of those games. Some people have no idea what I'm talking about. Basically, I'm rooting for the Eagles. That's it. Without explanation, they can win without the quarterback. In terms of my experience over on Dark and Darker, by the way, I have like literally less than like maybe 5 kills and 0 gold to my dog shit name. The trick is to die a bunch of times while killing things. I feel like kill confirm really boosts your score per minute though. I couldn't even properly like cast my spells before, so I definitely got a lot to learn over on that game. Holy shit. Everything's getting wiped, you know, after those couple days, you know, until the next play test or whatever they're gonna do. I have no idea when the full game is gonna release or if it's like gonna go into a constant beta where there is no like break or whatever. The devs are also like super active. Like if people are hacking or doing whatever, reporting works quick. Dark and Darker is one of those games where I feel like I can genuinely like enjoy watching it. I got 55 confirms again. Guys, hello? Yeah, I have to get 1,000 knife kills. This is gonna go way faster though, 'cause I don't have to hit people basically 3,000 times. I just have to actually hit them 1,000 times. People aren't gonna survive it. They're not gonna have this thing where they get hit by it and then they regen. You haven't experienced true pain until you have hit somebody 3 times, realize that they haven't died because they started regenning, having quick fix on, which then turns it into a 5-hit kill. It is the worst thing possible. I was watching some tactics and stuff, especially for like solo players and stuff, seeing how they kind of handle, you know, like 1v3 situations and if any of that stuff is even winnable. Because initially when JT and I started, spawned in and then immediately died to the first mob we saw. And then the next time we like died to traps or some shit. And then the other time we actually managed to kill the thing and understand a little bit of like how to kill something and like how the loop even goes. How many times can I hit them in between their swings? How often do they swing? Where even is like a good or a bad place to be with your current amount of gear? It is just a lot lot to take in immediately. At one point, I ended up finding like a crystal sword that actually worked for a wizard. No idea what I had found. Had no idea that I could actually cast spells with a sword. I audibly gasped when I saw a fireball and magic missiles come out of my sword. I thought it was gonna be this slow lumbering thing like with the staff. I hate the riot shield shit. I'm so... They gotta do something about this. It's just so stupid. It's so stupid, and they're not gonna do anything about it. Riot shield shit has to go. Seriously, get it off of people's backs. I'm losing my mind. Like, I'm using it with a knife. That makes sense. And yeah, I used it all throughout Modern Warfare 2019, Cold War, Vanguard, whatever. Did what I had to do, but it's just... It's crazy that this has been a thing that consistently, and they still don't see how it's an issue. There's no reason not to. Overkill is easily accessible. It's a first perk. You can still run Bomb Squad or Battle Hardened with Overkill. It's so easy. There's no reason not to. And then anybody that's like using controller, which is like 90% of players, maybe more, with the way that the aim assist bubble works, especially with like how it is with like the lunging and the meleeing, stuff like that, it sticks immediately into this giant invulnerability hitbox. It's terrible, man. It's so bad. It makes all the gunfights feel so dog shit. Get rid of this shit. Seriously. Yeah, I got the 1,000 Joker kills, the 1,000 Riot Shield kills. Now I just got to get 1,000 knife kills. And then what's the next weirdest thing? Pistols or something? I feel like I could complete the knife really, really quickly. Unless I really get pulled into dark and darker before its thing closes. But I'm going to be kind of busy, so. Anyway, thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Enjoy the holidays. Be safe out there. It is really cold if you're over here in the US or wherever else that whole thing is going on. Whatever's going on wherever you're from. Stay safe. Enjoy yourselves. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support. And yeah, it's been Jeff, guys. Later.